All right, coming from you live from the theater, this is John, and my predictions are that um, Batista dies, Quill says the F-bomb, and Rocket dies.
He says the F-bomb in the...
When does he say the F-bomb? They say someone says the F-bomb.
trailer. I heard him say that.
You have not seen someone saying
It's
F-bomb.
somebody getting into a car and he says, like, just pull the handle.
That's not when he says the F-bomb. When he says it in the trailer, it's not when he does, but it is in fact him who says the F-bomb. What were your predictions?
Drax dies. Rocket dies. Adam Warlock ends up being a pretty good guy.
I bet all the gold people die. The end.
And that was it. That was our predictions before the movie started. I was right about Adam Warlock. I guess you'd say John was right about Chris Pratt saying the F-bomb.
Chris
but
Pratt
I
did
mean,
in fact say the F-bomb.
it was in the trailer, so I think John cheated on that one.
I don't
so.
watch trailers.
I don't either. And I saw that.
I never saw that in my life.
Whatever.
Got to keep on watching, folks, and that we do.
Yeah, you want to hear something funny?
I'd love to.
So I'm talking to my project manager today, Jack, the kid who's like 28.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, let me see, like, what's your, are you on YouTube? And I'm like, yeah, we're on YouTube. And he's like, what's your thing? So I, like, type it out for him. It's Broccoli VHS right now. It's not movie night. And so I click on the first video, and I fast forward like an hour.
Yeah.
Just random. Nothing about it. And it literally lands on the point when I'm, like, talking about, like, all of them.
Pedophilia?
No.
All of who?
No. Like,
Oh, the guys from work?
yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't even think, like, I said I didn't want to work with the guy Swecker, so I might have to eat that bullet eventually.
What, who was that?
It
you
was
work
like
with them
right when
before?
the guy, I was talking about the story about the guy calling me a nepotism hire.
Ah.
I don't know how I did it. 58 minutes. Like, exactly. And it starts going on that. I'm like, oh, shit. And I start, like, going through my head. I'm like, oh, did I say anything bad? I don't think I did. I said I didn't want to work with Swecker. Nothing against
What
the
did
guy.
the guy say when you were saying it?
He was laughing his ass off because it was like, I was talking about, like, the nepotism
What, do you
hire.
just get on here and shit talk?
Yeah, I guess. I was like, bro, that is a small fraction of what we even talk
Oh,
about.
that's hilarious.
And then it was like talking about the team in the locker room, and he was like, what are you even talking about? I was like, oh, it's Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso is the backbone.
Yeah, but
Shit talking the company, that's just what I do for fun.
Yeah, those are the ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I didn't think he was like, oh, man, this is pretty funny. And I think he followed us on YouTube, but
That is funny. All right, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Do these movies have like a little side title? You know, when it's like Spider-Man 2, Far From Home.
I think it's just like volume 3 for
Volume
these.
3.
Yeah.
All right.
Brilliant.
It is Beast.
It's beast.
It is Beast.
I mean, this movie is beast.
if you haven't watched the movie, it's Beast.
Go watch it. It's beast. It's one of those movies where it's worth watching in theaters.
Oh yeah, turn this off and go watch it in theaters.
And then turn this back on.
Yeah, turn this back on.
Because we need viewership.
That would be 2 views.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you guys should do every single episode.
Watch it.
Like, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe. Something about that's the hint.
I don't even know if they can subscribe
You can you can.
on YouTube.
You can subscribe on YouTube. You can subscribe on podcasts. You can
Can't
subscribe
subscribe on Twitch yet.
On the website,
yeah.
movienightclub.com.
MovieNightClub.com.
You're going to want to be there while the
more.
getting's good.
Yeah, before there's a line.
Before the club doesn't just let anyone
Yeah,
in.
once we start doing like Travis Scott drops, and we have Wicked, I think we could make a Beast attire line.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Movie night club, not even anything to do.
I
with
want
movie night
my
club.
own McDonald's hamburger. That's when you
That'd
know.
be sick.
Like, hey, we just ordered the movie night hamburger. It's got popcorn on it.
Yeah. Which is definitely what we would do.
Oh, we would get fancy on that.
Yeah, I don't know how I would make a McDouble more me.
Yeah, I
But
don't know.
I would figure it out.
We'd
once
figure it out.
Became time
for sure.
And
But-
right now we got a lot of time to think about it.
So our
Do you want to do your rating?
well, I was just gonna go over our pre-movie predictions. Thought a lot of people were gonna die.
No one died.
No one dies. Crazy.
I really thought somebody like I'm happy with how it ended because they
Oh, it's
they
great.
parted ways without having to kill anyone.
Which
and
is
there was
nice.
very few people on the Guardians of the Galaxy list that I would have been okay with dying.
Yeah,
I didn't want to see Chris Pratt die.
definitely not.
I really didn't want to see any of them die. If they
Gamora
would've-
could have died.
I would have been okay with
She's
that.
kind of a different Gamora anyway.
I kind of like Nebula now
yeah,
more than
Nebula's
Gamora.
tight. Nebula's tight.
I don't want to see Mantis die.
I was
She's funny.
certain Drax was gonna die.
I thought Drax was gonna die too, and then like Nebula's like, "What are you even good for? All you are is an idiot." And I'm like, "Okay, Drax is dying. He's gonna sacrifice himself."
And then
in the end."
Nebula's gonna cry over him and be like, "I didn't mean it."
Yeah, but
they,
also,
they
like-
love to make people remind you why you like them, and like right before they
right
kill
before
them.
they die. Yeah, I'm like, okay,
I was just watching Better Call Saul, and his like, which is a great show. Y'all should watch it. But his
seen it.
this lawyer guy at the very end, he's being like all nice to people, and I'm starting to get a whiff of all right, something's fishy here. Why is he being all cool and
Saul?
nice? Not Saul. He can't die, or at least not yet. At the end of the show, they cut back to him in present day, hiding out. You should watch it. It slaps.
you seen it all?
I'm finishing it.
You
I'm
seen
like,
it, Saul?
I've seen Saul. Me and Mo see
I've seen
Saul all the time.
Yeah, we see Saul all the time.
Yeah, I got like 3 episodes left, and I think this is the last season ever.
Wow. Oh wait, they're still dropping 2023.
It just came out the last season on Netflix.
2023.
I think probably 2022.
Oh, okay.
All right, you want to give a rating for this movie?
Yeah, I don't.
You don't love
yeah.
yours?
No, I think if anything, you're gonna go too low. On
I
this
feel
one.
good about mine.
I feel good about mine.
Well, of course, that's what you would think. You always go too high, and I always go lower.
All right.
There's probably been one time where I was higher than you.
Blah de blah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
9.7.
8.7. What were you about to say?
I was gonna say it's freaking like 9.3, bro.
I think that's entirely too high.
The Last of Us, we gave a 9.22.
9.1.
Whatever.
I thought that was better than this. And we hit that right on the head.
Whatever. I'm gonna do a 9.3 and it rounds up to a 9.0,
9.0.
which I think is egregiously too low.
Egregiously
I don't
too
know,
low.
bro. I mean, I wanted this thing to be a 9.4.
Okay, I mean, I just think that is insane. Name like the best movie you've ever seen.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
It has to be. I
But
mean,
it's a freaking good movie.
it's really good, but don't have recency bias.
8.7?
That's really high.
No, you're starting to like try and like dampen because you think I'm gonna go too high. I don't understand what you're doing right now.
I gave you a whole rating.
What's like a 9? What's a rated 9 movie in your eyes that's a Marvel movie? None of them?
Very few of them, if any. This is how I felt when you said
You're
you
an
didn't like
idiot.
Tom Petty.
You're an idiot.
Dude,
don't know
I would
what
say
the hell.
Endgame and Infinity War both like 9.1, 9.2.
Whatever, I guess there was more. This movie was 9.0. I'm fine with the 9.0.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
think this deserves a 9.0 though.
All right,
I think
that's
this deserves
fine.
a low 9.
I think that the 9s, this is how I describe the 9s. These guys just barely missed the top tier. Perhaps they were fantastic for years and years and then ended poorly. Anyways, these are films you will watch several times in your lifetime and will likely do so with the phone down and attention paid.
Yep, sounds about right.
As opposed to an
Sounds
8,
about right.
As opposed to an 8 to an 8.9. Great films in their own regard, but they are typically more entertaining than groundbreaking. that is perfect for this.
So you want a freaking A24 movie that's like groundbreaking? Proves a point?
Groundbreaking as in The Dark Knight. Different than anything you've ever seen before. This was more the Guardians of the Galaxy, just better done. Not groundbreaking like The Whale, who's going to literally break the ground because we've never seen some sumo wrestler fat guy
like a 5.
before. That was bad. That's not what I meant by groundbreaking. I don't even know what A24 is, but I know it is.
Sucks.
You talk about it all the time.
Joaquin Phoenix just did an A24 movie.
What does that mean? Like an indie film?
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
not what I mean by groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Inglourious Bastards. Groundbreaking.
What is that? What would you rate that?
Like a 9.5.
Yeah, okay, I would have said 9.4, but...
So you would put this...
You're a total chotch.
1 point less than... And I honestly think you're about to say 9.4. I could see the F
I
coming.
wanted to. I was doing a safe 9.3 because I knew you were going to
Safe?
dick on this damn movie.
I'm not going to dick on it. It was great.
You already did. 8.7? You should have gone 9.0.
You could name...
Whatever. I mean, we're opposed.
So would you give the best movie you've ever seen a 10.0?
9.8, probably.
Okay, that's good. So this is only...
0.4 points away. This movie was absolute flames, dude. It did everything right. It brought emotion. There were good fight scenes. Cinematically beautiful. They had that little scene with all of them in the astronaut suits.
That was great.
Everything about this movie was great. I didn't have one qualm with it, and you're putting it down at an 8.7 with freaking Puss in Boots.
What the...
I don't know what it did, but I'm telling you, you douched this one.
No, I did
You should have
not.
at least given it a 9.0.
No.
I
I would never have given that movie a 9.
You're an idiot.
8.7 seemed high.
You seemed
I went and looked at...
Seemed high?
Yes. I only gave it so high because I went back and looked at what we gave Black Panther, saw it was an 8.6. I thought this was better than Black Panther, so I gave it an 8.7.
By 1 point.
I bet I ranked Black Panther like an
Namor
8.3,
was
and you were probably
lame
like, that
now.
was a 9.6. And
The villain was better in this one. Cinematography, characters, all better.
It was all really good.
You should have given it at least an 8.9. I don't know what you're doing anymore.
I would love to have given it an 8.9 if you two had given it an 8.9.
What do you think it was missing to have a 9.0?
A death. Could have used one.
Okay, that's fair.
It could have used... I don't know. It just... I mean, it was a really good movie, but it wasn't like... That's like one of the better movies of all time you've ever seen.
No, a 9.8 is. A 9.6 is.
But those are 2 points away.
Friggin' 9.3. Whatever. We're rating it a 9.0.
All right. All right.
I don't care what you have to do to make that happen. I think a freaking 8.7 is crazy for this movie.
It's not crazy
Whatever.
at all.
Whatever.
You're nuts, man.
All right, you want to give your
Plot summary?
Sure. Piss me the hell off.
Oh, I had to switch notes. All right, here we go. Plot summary. A Gamorrean Quill is depressed and drinking his sorrows away as the Guardians of the Galaxy hang out on nowhere with nowhere to go. They appear to be bored with their mundane lives until Adam Warlock suddenly attacks and F's up the Guardians pretty good. The Guardians are able to get rid of Adam, but not before he beats Rocket to the brink of death. This takes us on a journey of Rocket's past life and the Guardians on a journey of how to rescue Rocket. The Guardians must defeat Rocket's maker, the High Evolutionary, before he becomes Rocket's destroyer, the Bi-Evolutionary.
Bi-Evolutionary.
That's it.
I don't get the end joke.
Like,
Bi-Evolutionary.
They must defeat Rocket's maker, the High Evolutionary, before he becomes Rocket's destroyer, the Bi-Evolutionary.
Okay.
Do you get it now?
No.
High Evolutionary.
Bi-Evolutionary.
Bi-Evolutionary.
Oh, okay. That's like the Star Wars thing.
That's why I thought you would get it.
Yeah,
But now I've got you in a bad mood because I don't want to rate
I'm not in a bad mood, but I think you're an idiot.
every good movie a 10.0.
Just because my brother's an idiot.
Oh my gosh. It's just crazy that you would compare this. What is The Dark Knight?
Not even as good.
What?
It's better.
It's way better than that.
It's not way better.
It is way better.
They have been building up to the end of the trilogy, and they completed it perfectly. They did it great. There's nothing.
It was good.
You're an idiot.
Oh,
Whatever.
you're an idiot.
You're,
Oh my God.
you're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
All right. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is strongly based off of Rocket's origin story. We see how Rocket becomes Rocket and the terrors he endured to be a multifaceted crew member that he is. While Rocket doesn't always share his feelings, he drunkenly told the team of the terrors he endured in Volume 1. Little did we know the true pain he endured. I said endured twice. I should have reread this. He wasn't only torn apart and put back together again, but he also had to share a jail cell with a demon rabbit and a handicapped walrus. Thankfully, the team saves Rocket from his demise and gives Rocket a bit of closure by the end of the movie. The movie ends with the Guardians of the Galaxy splitting apart with no casualties and endless opportunities to what might come for the new Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord, and Gamora.
Nice.
They set it up perfectly. I think Mantis might get her solo movie.
A Mantis solo movie?
She's not like...
Don't you think
I
that would
wouldn't
kind
wanna
of
see
suck?
Yeah, I mean, depends on the side characters they bring along with it. I don't think Mantis with the 3 little alien guys she has.
Could do it all. She
No.
needs like the talking dog.
Drax, I
That's
used
a
to
good
think
character.
that Dave Bautista asking for a solo movie was crazy. I would watch a Drax solo
Drax
movie
and
now.
Mantis together could have made a
They
great
are
movie.
great. I love
Yeah,
their
they
little combo.
could.
But they already kind of did that in like the Christmas special that the Guardians of the
Oh
Galaxy
yeah,
did.
and they're always hanging out.
And it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that was like a brother sister type of relationship towards the end or like low key love relationship towards the end.
Nah, they never got to love.
Yeah, Drax was like, "You're ugly," and like Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
You're totally not my type.
Yeah.
All right. The beginning. The exposition. Quill is hammered and depressed while the rest of the gang hangs out on nowhere. Adam Warlock attacks and severely injures Rocket. It is determined Rocket cannot be healed without unlocking some sort of kill switch made by OrgoCorp. A lifeless Rocket begins to dream about his origin story.
Yep, and it's brutal.
Yeah.
I don't remember all of it, but I remember the freaky little rabbit.
That rabbit
The rabbit was like needed to die. Like when I saw the rabbit get shot in the heart, I was like, I don't know how it happened,
It
but
had
thank God it happened. It had 8 legs. It had like a Hannibal Lecter mask on, and it was weird.
Yeah, the rabbit was rough.
And then walrus. So the rabbit was called Floor, and the walrus was called Teefs. They both sucked.
Oh, you didn't like Teefs?
No.
The rabbit was terrifying looking. Teefs was okay.
Teefs was like, he was too dumb. I didn't even like the otter that much.
I wish they looked a little bit more normal.
Yeah. Oh man, it
The
was
rabbit
straight
was-
out of like a freaking horror
The
show.
rabbit was brutal. I don't
It was
know.
like-
a kid could watch that.
It was like
movie.
that. It was like that scene in Toy Story where like they go
Oh
to like
yeah, that's exactly what
the
it was
brothers' room and they
Yeah.
have all their
like.
lives.
Sid.
Yeah, like Sid's creatures.
It
That's what
literally-
this was.
The rabbit was like that head with no hair on like the spider legs
Yeah.
crawling around. You're just like, oh my god.
Yeah, and
I
it
don't
was
care if you're
disgusting.
nice. You freak me out, lady.
Yeah, and the otter had full mechanical arms. I
Yeah.
didn't like that. I like how Rocket looked. They really did good by Rocket.
Yeah, because he looked pretty normal. He just
Yeah.
had some metal in his back.
He had like a little
His
humanoid
friends
body.
had it way worse.
And the idiot didn't know he was a raccoon until the end of this movie. I mean, just do a Google search. Like 100 people have called you a raccoon.
And evidently, he's just smart as the damn Dickens.
I know.
I'm not a raccoon.
Not a raccoon. What are you then?
Yeah.
Like, frickin', what was the otter's name? Lila?
Lila.
She called him a raccoon, and he was like, I'm not a raccoon.
How'd she come up with that name? The other ones had reasons. Did she not have a reason?
Lila?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. But she was way more intelligent than the walrus and the rabbit.
Yeah.
It was like, Lila was like pretty standard intelligence.
Uh-huh.
Rocket was beyond eons above all of them, and then it was like failed experiments. They should have killed the rabbit and the walrus immediately.
I mean, the rabbit named herself
Teefs was
after
like-
the floor.
Hey, yo, my name's Teefs.
Yeah,
Like, I would have been like, bah!
Teefs
I
was
would've
like-
shot him in the temple the second it popped up. I mean,
He
this
was like
walrus.
that. Yeah, he was like that whale from Elf. Hope you
Yeah.
find your dad.
Hey, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
See your rocket.
Yeah, but boy, it was gross.
Yeah.
And then finally, so we get with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're trying to get to...
Wait, but
Except
first,
for-
at the beginning, they're on that place called Nowhere.
Oh.
What is that thing again?
It's the head of a celestial being.
Speaking of, we saw those Celestials like freeze on planet Earth in the Eternals.
Yeah, never
Brought up
anything to it.
again.
Yeah, I
That
don't know if
movie
they know what
sucked.
to do with it. Also, I'm almost thinking that things that happened in like the real world changed the way that the Guardians of the Galaxy ended.
What do you mean?
Like, Kane the Conqueror is going through some shit. I don't know if he's gonna be in it anymore.
What's he going through?
He like beat a girl.
What?
He like beat a girl.
What?
Yeah.
Say it again for the people in the
I
back.
know, bro. Like freaking practicing Creed 3 on a girl's face.
Yeah,
'Cause
he was in Creed 3.
Yeah.
I got the joke.
I know, and he's all amped up on freaking HGH.
I'm
getting ready
sure
for
he
these-
is. I mean, he got
I'm sure.
jacked.
I mean, the
sure.
fact- he probably put on like 30 pounds of muscle for this movie. Was amped up like he was on freaking 6 cans of Mountain Dew. This girl said, "You don't pay attention to me enough," and then he was, "No, you're dropping your jaw. I'm just making this part up."
Oh, but I mean, that's
then
a
he just-
crazy reason to beat
Whoa.
someone.
And then once one allegation pops up, it was like, he did that to me too.
He beats girls all the time.
I don't know, but this dude
He looked like he had a
has
nice face
Jonathan
about him.
Major's problems.
Who's that?
That's his name, Jonathan Major.
Oh, wow. He's
Jonathan
got
Major
major
problems.
problems.
Major
Major problems?
problems.
Wow. Well, you know what? They didn't do anything about the Flash.
They want to put, you won't know him, but the
And
guy
that-
from Skyfall, I don't like it, but they want to just recast him as King the Conqueror.
Whoa. Skyfall.
No, not Skyfall. Snow in the Dust. I don't know. It's this movie. It's not called Snow in the Dust.
Yeah, that's not a movie.
Snow.
On the Bluff?
No.
He would be great in that.
Yeah. Quick ride. Everybody dead.
Grow up, man. Your mother dead. She ain't coming back.
Quit crying. What you crying for? Your mama dead. She ain't coming back. That was a great. It's like 30 minutes up the road.
Yeah, that was nuts.
What you crying for?
What guy are you thinking of? Is he in anything
You wouldn't
else?
know him.
Ah,
I
I
think
hate
it's
that.
like called like Snowfall.
Well, you know, the Flash did something that them was beating everybody up, and they
And yeah, and like kidnapping kids apparently.
yeah. You know what? I hope that movie sucks.
I hope so too, but I'm gonna watch it, and I hope it's cool because I really like the Flash.
I actually think it's gonna be good.
I think it's gonna be good too.
Yeah.
Boy, I hope so for DC's sake, but also like
So wait, do we hope it's good? I mean,
I
'cause-
hope it's good.
All right, so we'll go back to hoping that the Flash
Yeah.
is good. But
I hope they get rid of him.
Yeah, I hope they get rid of him.
I mean, that kid sucks. I didn't like him when he was originally casted as the Flash.
Yeah.
And then he starts like kidnapping kids, and you're like, why is he still the Flash?
Yeah.
Like the dude from the Grant.
It's
whatever.
also kind of weird that he's a they them, but he's playing a he.
Yeah, that's tricky.
You know?
Just like
Because what am I supposed to
the
call her?
Last of Us girl.
Is she a they them?
She's like a they them.
No, she's not.
How dare you?
No, they are not.
No, they're not. Not all they are.
Well, what if she? Are you sure that's true?
I'm pretty sure they are.
Just
they, them.
because they look like Juno, who's a he them.
He them
I don't know.
or heathen. I'm just kidding.
he's a heathen. She kind of looks like Juno.
She was hot at one point.
Who, Juno?
Yeah.
She's not a hot dude.
No, not a hot dude.
Not a hot
it's like,
dude.
hey, bro, you're pretty freaking short for a dude.
Yeah, she was small for a girl.
Yeah.
As soon as you became a dude, it was like, dude, you are
Bro,
tiny.
you're
You might be a
tiny little
midget.
bitch.
You would get picked on in the locker room. Faux
Oh,
show.
faux show.
I guess that's
You
why.
got titties. Hey, we love the they thems, the he she's, the they he she's, the demogorgons, and all the
rest.
fox trolls. I don't know. We're cool with them all.
Yeah, we're all cool.
We don't understand it,
Yeah.
but do what you gotta do.
They go to Orgo Corp. So this
Orgo Corp.
The Rising action. The Guardians travel to Orgo Corp's headquarters, some sort of gross-looking biology colony ship. They meet up with Ravengers, and more specifically Gamora, to help them break into the bioship. There they find out about Rocket's horrific past, and they determine that the code to deactivate the kill switch must be in the Asian scientist's brain chip.
Yeah. And they were like all traumatized. Even Nebula, who's been bitching about what she went through.
All she does is bitch. She's like, damn, this makes my life
My
look easy.
father took my eyeballs.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, she
not
replaced
my
him with a
head.
pretty set.
It's a repurposed recycled gun.
Yeah.
Changed it to my arm.
You
And
know
Rocket
what
really
I've done.
turned her arm into something pretty beast.
Yeah, it was like a freaking like,
It reminded me of
Tentacles.
Big Hero 6. What are those
which
things?
one? Oh, the little nanobots.
Nanobots. She had a
Yeah.
nanobot arm.
Yeah, the nanobot arm was sick. And I thought she was going to die when she took control of the ship.
Yeah.
She like took control with her like whole arm.
Oh yeah,
And
that
she was just
sick.
like
Oh, yeah.
dispatching.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of like Hulk with like the glove.
I thought it would be like, I can't let go. No,
Yeah.
not that, but like, if I let go of the ship now, then it's going to
We're all
depart.
dead.
Yeah.
This movie almost had 2 of the worst deaths I've ever seen, and it turned out to be no deaths.
If they killed Chris Pratt, I would have been more mad than
If
not
they
killing
killed Chris Pratt the way they almost did, I think that movie would have dropped to a 7.5.
7 something.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
I would have
you.
been mad.
It was like, because it reminded me of Star Wars when they
It was like the first one. Oh, like
when they
Princess
released
Leia?
when they released the horses,
Oh,
and it was like, you're gonna die over those horses.
yeah.
But Princess Leia too, it was a lot like that.
It was a lot.
It was like
that.
they stole
It was
that whole
also
Star
like-
Wars.
Like 3 different scenarios in Guardians of the Galaxy. Peter Quill is always
He's
just
always floating in
freezing
space,
to death.
and they really made his face like all fat.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
they made
why
it
did
like-
y'all do him like that?
Like in the first one when he froze, he still looked like handsome Chris Pratt. But
Yeah.
in this one, it was like I thought he was
maybe
done
someone
for
complained.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean they bloatified his face.
Yeah, and then he's like,
it looked like someone who just drank like 16 beers and ate 16 hot dogs. I mean, his face was just like puffed up.
It looked like somebody that like had an air compressor shoved up their ass. Like
It looked like someone who was allergic to bees that stuck their face in a beehive.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't believe he lived.
And then when they're on OrgoCorp,
Drax almost should have
Drax
died.
is getting shot, and I'm like, dude, that guy's dead. Why do they make him look so dead?
Shot in the heart, shot in the back, and then like in the next scene, it's like, yo.
Yeah, yeah.
But Drax is like, I think Drax is way more OP than Marvel gives him credit for. Which
and
is
now
this-
he's gone.
nah.
He's not coming back.
You don't think Dave Bautista will? He's a
Do you
hell
think
of an
Batista
actor.
was all talk because all he said was, I can't, like, I'm.
No, he was just mad that they fired James Gunn. But
Oh,
now James Gunn is back, so
he
why
says
would
he's
not wanna
retiring
be
the
back?
role, and James Gunn is not back. James Gunn left to DC. He's
He
head of-
just did that movie.
This is his final one. Now he's,
Okay, well
he's
then-
the head of DC.
Okay, well, I think Marvel is in a lot of trouble coming
I think
up
so
soon.
too, and I think DC could pop off.
Yeah, I mean,
James Gunn's
let's not
the man.
give him too much
Now,
credit
I
so we
know
don't
I'm-
have to hear any bullshit. But
yeah.
James Gunn knows how to make a freaking movie.
James Gunn's a man. I don't want to hear from my mom because she'll send me his
Yeah,
gross
ugh.
tweets of
Yeah,
they're
whatever he
gross.
said.
He's
they're disgusting.
despicable.
Yeah,
Disavow James Gunn's tweets from 10 years ago.
yeah, but
But his movie making,
talent.
good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't got many qualms when it comes to his movies.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't make jokes like that in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, thank goodness. I didn't even read it. I was just like hoping that you and Mom would just figure it out, and then you just kept like throwing a little like fire in
What
the.
am I supposed to do?
Just ignore it.
Ignore your own mom?
I mean, in that situation.
I
Mom
mean,
was going a
James
little
Gunn
bit
was tweeting some freak shit.
Yeah, true.
You can't just ignore it. The guy's a damn creepo weirdo.
Yeah,
But he makes a good movie.
He makes a great movie.
Yeah. Anyways, now he's taking over DC, and that's going to pop off.
Which one specifically? Just all of DC.
The whole thing. He's like
Ooh.
ahead of, and he just like released a script for Superman.
Who is Superman?
Haven't picked him yet.
You think he'll
Possibly
be
you.
black?
Oh, Black Superman?
Yeah, like a Michael B. Jordan.
I'm ready for Black Superman, but I don't think it's Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
I
There
think
was like this
a
like
younger guy.
There was like this black dude on like TikTok who like these people that like think they look like characters. I saw it for like Black Superman and I saw it for like Miles Morales.
Yeah.
And they're like, hurry up, promote me so that I can be the next Miles Morales. And I'm like, dude, how stupid do you think Hollywood is?
Yeah. How stupid do you think
They're
we
not gonna
are?
be like, oh, look at this video. This kid kind of looks like Miles Morales.
Did
and
he?
he's pretty good at lip syncing.
Did he?
Yeah, he looked just like freaking Miles Morales. I mean,
Did you promote him?
No. I was like, dude.
He said, if anyone's going to be Miles Morales, it's
gonna
me.
be me. Yeah, I could play a good Miles Morales.
I think so.
Yeah. I gotta check my, bloodline.
What does that mean?
Like, what if we were, 1/16 Cherokee or something, and we could just really dive into that?
Yeah. People do it.
Yeah, just take a bunch of peyote, just go into the desert, do some crazy Indian stuff.
We don't even do we have any Indians around here?
Joe Calloway's somewhere.
Yeah, I saw him today.
Oh, really?
But I meant ones on a
you gotta
reservation
ask him
or something.
About a story with Troy next time. I'll tell you off air. Just in case.
You don't want to get caught again.
Now that apparently everybody's listening.
Man, that's crazy. You got caught talking.
Troy said, man, I fast forwarded to the part. I said, you need to hear this. And it was like, Jack.
Yeah, you told me a little bit about the Troy thing already.
Yeah. He said, man, Joe, he gave me a camper with a broken water tank. I went to take it camping. Water tank was already broken. I was without water for a whole night. And I was like, I wonder what Joe thinks about this. Because I've never really, I've never known Troy that much.
Yeah.
But I really got to know Joe.
Yeah.
And I always loved Joe.
And you're not so fond of Troy.
No, I'm just not as fond of Troy.
Yeah. I gotcha. When did that happen that he was complaining about that?
He did it twice. He came
To
into
you?
Dillon Park and complained with me and Vince, and then actually Troy was in our neighborhood today,
Yeah.
and Vince was like, "Yeah, I had to walk over here just in case he started talking about that camper again."
Wow, he was really letting it rip.
It was serious. He really hates Joe now.
Oh, dang.
He's like, "Man, it cost me a couple $1,000s."
For water tank?
I guess, I don't know.
Wow.
Apparently the whole camper was falling apart and Joe's a real POS.
Okay. Climax. The Guardians go to find the High Evolutionary, knowing it is likely a trap, as he too is after Rocket's extraordinary brain. They arrive on his animal-human hybrid planet, Counter-Earth, and Quill, Groot, and Nebula take off for the evolutionary ship. While the others stay back, the High Evolutionary begins to blow up Counter-Earth as it has not yet been perfected. He sends henchmen to retrieve Rocket, but they are thwarted by Gamora and Adam Warlock. Quill and Groot are able to escape and retrieve the code from the scientist's head. Quill uses the code to revive Rocket.
How beast do you think that the creature that Adam Warlock has with him will turn into?
You think it's going to grow?
12 feet tall.
I don't think
Freaking
so.
fangs.
I don't think so.
You think it's going to stay cute?
Yeah, because in the credit scene, that must have been some time that passed because Groot was
It
massive.
was still cute.
And I think it was still small.
Here's a question. Just as Mr. Fantastic theoretically could grow himself to be any height, if I had the ability to stretch.
Are you talking about Groot?
Yes, but I'm getting there. If I had the ability to stretch, I would be 6'4" at all times.
I think it's like
They'd be like, bro, why is
you're
your leg so
burning
long?
energy.
Definitely burning
Gotta be
energy,
burning
but how
energy.
much? Also, if you're continuously using
Well,
your
what
powers,
if
you'll
it's-
probably progress better in your powers.
What if it's not even that much, but stretching to 6'4" feels the equivalent of you holding out 2 pencils?
over your arms?
Just
And then
holding
when-
them straight out.
And then at some point, I just exhale and I'm back to 6'1".
Yeah, that's kind of how I picture it. It's not too much energy, but it's kind of
I
uncomfortable.
think you'd stretch your knees.
Well,
Have you seen that surgery?
Just stretch yourself right
Oh
now.
my God.
Just stretch yourself right now. And is that comfortable?
It's not like that. It's not like that. It's not like your legs are off the ground.
There's
Like Stanley Hudson doing leg lifts underneath his desk.
yeah, with a book.
Have you seen this new surgery that people are doing?
Get tall
Short
surgery?
kings. Yeah.
Short kings are
Oh
going
my
to
God.
try and be
So
tall
here's what
kings?
happens. They stick a metal pole from the top of your femur
Ooh.
all the way down your leg.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oof. Oh. And then these guys are crippled for a year because there's a metal pole going all the way down. But what happens is they break the whatever these bones are,
Yeah.
and then they slowly extend it like a crank. So they're cranking up their legs, and they'll crank up their leg like an eighth of a milliliter. So they're millimeter.
Yeah, that's volume of water.
Okay, yeah, millimeter.
Yeah.
So they'll crank it up like a millimeter a month. And so their bones are never connected. They're just connected by this metal pole.
Oh.
And then eventually they get to about 3 inches. And then they let the bone heal.
Yeah.
And then they pull out the metal pole and you're 3 inches taller.
That's nuts.
And you can do it here and you can do it in your lower leg. So you could have theoretically become 6 inches taller, but just in your legs.
So your arms are going to look this
Yeah. Yeah, nobody thought about that. But
like a
it's always
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
yeah, it's like, listen, this guy was 5'6" and could run a mile, and now he's 6'2" and can't do anything. Now he's a mess of a person.
I cannot believe someone would do that to gain 3
And
inches.
it's expensive.
Wow, do
It's
people actually really do
expensive.
that?
Yeah.
You're going to risk everything?
Everything.
Everything.
Everything you worked for.
I mean, what if you, like, I feel like there's a...
How short would you have to be to consider this surgery?
the limit
You're
does
6'3", bro. You're sitting high.
The limit does not exist.
I think
Okay, because here's the deal.
5'4".
If I'm 5'4", 3 inches isn't make or break. I'm only 5'7".
Yeah, but now you could be 5'10" because it's 6 inches
Okay,
total.
you're going to be 6 inches?
6 inches gained.
I just think I would just... I don't know. Not do
As a
that.
person, let's say just for theoretical reasons, I'm 5'10".
Yeah.
I would rather do it as 5'10" to become 6'2"
Yes.
than somebody being 5'8" to become 5'10".
Yeah.
Because both of you are short kings, you know? There's not a lot, like 5'7" to 5'10", but 5'10" to 6'1".
Yeah. I think I would just eat being 5'4". I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
and then
not
how are you
doing
going to explain it
surgery.
to people?
Oh.
You'd have to vanish for a year.
Oh, I mean, it's like... I think you would just treat it like a boob job. Like, no one says anything, but we all know.
Yeah, but also it's
got
not
a
like a
leg
boob job. It's like you turn into Pinocchio for a whole year. Like you can't bend your knees and stuff.
That's nuts.
You can, but I mean, like,
Well, you probably would have just pretended like you moved away.
yeah. I got work in Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I ever disappear to Kansas, I'm gonna come back 3 inches taller.
I was doing yoga.
I would just do it to
stretched.
I would just do it to make you mad.
Oh, I mean, I would.
'Cause
Not
remember-
I would just
no.
think you were such a loser. I would be like, dude, I don't care.
If I
you're
was
taller
just
than
an
me.
inch taller than you, I would think it was so funny.
I would think you had mental health problems.
This is for sure.
Oh,
I
dude,
mean, I'm not
you
gonna.
just did all that? You broke every bone in your body to be an inch taller than me?
Hey Siri, cancel appointment with. No, but remember that time? So one time, me and John both got physicals at the same time,
Yeah.
and they measured us on this.
I don't know what happened.
Scale?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what happened. She said, "Oh,
What did they
she
measure you
was literally-
at?
I don't remember exactly what she said.
She
but
said
goes-
6'1.5".
She goes, "Oh, you're also 6'1", and I was like,
I was like, "Gah!"
also.
I felt like a freaking king the
I was
whole
like,
entire day.
You
and John
short
was,
lady, you get that shit back out
You
right now.
dumb.
Yeah, I'm like, look at him.
Look at him.
She's like, oh, you're also 6'1".
Yeah.
What?
That's just band of brothers. A couple of 6-footers over here.
That's the best day of your life.
Yeah, I really was on cloud 9.
I remember-
Because I remember how mad you were.
I
about
was
it.
not mad. I
You
was
were mad.
just-
Also because I was instigating it. Because it was like, every time John said something about my height, I said, bro, the doctor said I was 6'1.5". And it was like, it was years.
It was crazy.
Oh, man. Thank you.
Oh, wow, you're also 6'1".
Yeah.
Also,
We both are.
Did you measure someone
You want us
earlier?
to stand back to back?
Yeah. It was wild. What shoes were you wearing?
It was those Ginobili's. There's like, they're not a lot.
What the hell's a Ginobili?
Those skate shoes that y'all bought me that one
Ginobili.
Christmas.
Is that the
I think that's
basketball
the
player?
I think that's the term.
I don't think so.
I think I can't look it up, but we're gonna go with that.
Goodness, that was funny.
But anyways, yeah, just be happy with the height you're at. Mm-hmm. And if you're shorter than 5'6", God hates you. I'm just kidding.
What was the high evolutionary's powers?
Gravity. I think he like mainly had control of gravity because Rocket put on like he had the gravity boots and he pressed the button and then went to the ground and then the High Evolutionary was like, "Nani?" Which is an anime term. It means what? They always say that when it's like something crazy. They say "Nani."
Did he actually say what, or did he say that?
He just looked shooked. He definitely didn't say "Nani."
And then what happened to him?
He got bodied by the whole Guardians of the Galaxy because they all pulled up and they were like, "Pa pa pa," and then they punched him to somebody else and they were like, "Pa pa pa."
Man, you knew that his face was like that because.
Oh yeah, but I didn't expect him to look exactly like Red Skull.
Just they love Red Skull. And you know what the funny thing about that is? When I first saw Captain America, I thought Red Skull was the goofiest thing about it. I was like, that's kind of a goofy looking villain.
Yeah, and then they made this dude like, I mean, I've been clawed by a cat before. I haven't been clawed by a humanoid cat who's got like more strength than a regular cat.
Yeah.
But I don't think Rocket could have done the damage he did in the time he had.
He was really going at him.
Like 30 scrapes.
And have you ever how about that lady who had her face ripped off by a monkey?
That's a freaking monkey, dude.
This has claws.
Yeah, but I'm saying a monkey.
And like super human strength.
Monkeys are such assholes about that stuff too.
They're always
monkeys will like let's say there was like a group of chimpanzees.
Yeah.
And you gave one chimpanzee a cake.
Yeah.
The other two chimpanzees would be like, "What the F?
And they'd attack.
Why didn't I get a cake?"
They want to get mad at the guy with the cake?
No, they would get mad at you for not giving them a cake.
How do you know this?
Joe Rogan. But monkeys will go after they won't go after like random points. They'll go after the shit that they know is vital. So they'll rip off your face. They'll bite off your fingers. They'll bite off because everybody that gets attacked by a monkey ends up with no face.
Wow.
It's not like they have torso scratches or anything.
Yeah.
They're strictly going after the things that they know they need. They're like, "Oh, I use my hands to eat bananas. I'm going to bite that dude's freaking fingers off, every single one of them."
That's
they're
harsh.
sickos. They are they're just terrible
Monkeys
people.
are damn sickos.
I
I was
know.
watching these two crocodiles fight, or maybe alligators.
Yeah, who knows?
And yeah,
Tough to tell.
You'll never know.
Everybody's like, "Oh, it's A-shaped, it's curved," and you're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, yeah," but if it's coming at you,
Yeah.
I just know it's scary.
And one of them ripped the other one's arm off.
Yeah.
He bit onto its arm.
Oh, I saw that, and he
then
does the
tore it
crocodile.
off.
So it
Man,
was a
why'd
crocodile.
you do him like that?
Yeah, but the other one's kind of just like, "Oh shit."
Oh yeah, I know.
He's like-
Hardly noticed
He doesn't even
it.
care.
I felt worse for him than he did.
I know.
I'm like, dude, you aren't thinking about how hard your life just
Bro,
got.
do you get it?
Do you not get that your arm?
You're gonna swim in circles the rest of your
that
life.
thing is not growing back.
Is the alligators swimming based mainly off of their tail?
Oh,
like
just
going
tail.
like a snake.
Their arms are backwards like this,
Okay.
and then the tail.
So he's pretty much fine
yeah, but I mean,
until he gets on land, and then he's
walking's
like,
gonna suck for him. He probably walks. Do you think they walk on the bottom of the water floor, or do you think that they're swimming down there?
But even if he had one, he's still buoyant enough that I think he could walk with just I mean, you see dogs do it.
Wait, so humans float. Do alligators sink? Or do you
Yes,
think
I think alligators sink.
Okay.
But they have the jejunum in the back of their throat that is the kill switch, you know?
No, that's news to me.
If an alligator attacks you, you have to put your arm completely in their throat because they have
that
this
seems risky.
Yeah, true. But at that point, you're already getting attacked. This is what I heard.
I would.
So they have
what about poking in the eye? I feel like that's what you always do to animals.
That's sharks.
You don't think alligators hate getting poked
They
in the eye?
don't care. I mean, this dude just got his freaking arm bit off.
If they are latched onto you, poking the eye is gonna make them go. Ah! It's gonna make them go. Yeah.
It's gonna bite down. So it's like a plumbing. It's like plumbing in the back of their throat. So it's locked up and it's sealed so they don't drown. Yeah. But if you punch that shit through, water goes in and they start to drown from the inside.
Closing his mouth.
I think he'd have to release, and then it would be like if you took in too much water in the pool, and you're like, yeah. So the alligator would do that. That'd be so funny to see an alligator cough like that.
Alligator, because I'm gonna solely based off of what you just told me.
Punch him. John's gonna come back with no arms and be like, "F you, dude."
I read an article. It said poke him in the eye.
You're probably gonna lose an arm.
Wow.
Maybe.
I'm not gonna find any alligators.
Yeah. I think great white, he might just take you out before you even know what happened.
Yeah.
If he bites you in the sternum, like middle section.
Oh, great white, you're dead.
Yeah, but if he takes away one of my arms, I think I might could get away.
Don't you think he would, if you had an arm, you'd be even slower, and then he would just come finish you off?
Yeah, but I think
Or do you
survival
think, why
mode.
do people always only have like one arm missing or one leg? Do you think that they eat it and they're like, ugh, that was disgusting?
That's not seal.
Yeah.
How
Delicious.
if a freaking shark eats off my arm and there's no way for me to get it back, that dude better effing enjoy it.
Yeah.
He better savor that
I do not
shit.
want to see him spit it out.
No, and then it sinks to the bottom,
Yeah.
and then I'm just looking at him like
Put it
one
on
finger
ice.
up, like I only got one hand now. Especially if you like just took my dominant arm.
Imagine how weird it would be holding your other arm in your arm. Like you bit it off and you grab it and it's just
Yeah.
full. I mean, how heavy?
I bet you'd still like feel it at that point.
No.
It's phantom arm, and you're looking at it.
I don't. Yeah, phantom arm is even like.
I saw this video of like a rattlesnake whose head got cut off,
and he was moving his.
and its body's moving, and it hits the head of the decapitated snake, and it bites its own body.
oh, that's
So
crazy.
the decapitated head bit the body,
Man,
just like the
nature is
chicken.
nuts.
Yeah, bro. Oh, bro. I mean, I don't want to think about it too hard because then I'll just be scared to go outside.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
we
could
just saw a
not be
king
in
snake
Australia. Yeah.
2 miles away. Not even.
Not even.
Yeah.
I was just over there hanging out.
Yeah, with
Me
all
and
your
all my
dogs.
dogs.
Here's a question. Mort loses one of his front legs. God forbid. Just a
forbid.
scenario.
Yeah, this
God
is-
forbid, just before we say anything.
God
forbid. Loses one of his front legs.
Yeah.
Now he's three-legged. Mm-hmm. I think I'm okay with that. Mm-hmm. Handicap from the back up, and now he's got wheels.
I love that dog more than just about anything, and he is getting put down if he's the.
I
if
know,
he's a
I know,
two-legged
and I
dog.
see like people being like, "Okay, this is how I get Billy ready for the park," and then it's like,
No, I ain't
first
got-
I strap his little legs to his.
I don't have time.
I know. It would
I
be
don't
like,
have
I'd
time.
be
I
like,
have to
bro.
care for a dog like that. It's
Uh,
very
it-
nice if you do.
Yeah, I'm proud
But
of
it
you.
ain't my thing.
I ain't going to.
Sometimes people are nicer to animals than they are to humans.
I think that's a
Ben-
big scenario.
Yeah, like Taylor's sister bawled crying in this movie. That's what
Really?
she told Taylor, and I was like, why?
I was so disgusted by the animals that I saw that I couldn't shed a tear. And towards the end, I was like, this shit's got to stop.
I guess because
They were
it
all
was like
gross.
sad. Rocket had like a scene where I was like, ooh, that was a nice little scene.
Yeah, but I didn't even get choked
But
up.
he's still
and
a
I get choked
freaking
up.
raccoon.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
they're the dirtiest of animals.
Do raccoons
Besides, like
have
skunks? Yeah, I think raccoons have like all of the.
So is it just
'Cause they just grab
Are you
food like
telling me
this.
it's just raccoons and monkeys that have thumbs? Do monkeys have thumbs? Yes.
Yeah, monkeys have thumbs.
Yes.
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 I don't know. Dolphins might have thumbs.
Then what makes us different than
What if
monkeys?
dolphins had thumbs? Jesus.
they would take over.
Grabbed you.
I think they're really smart.
Dolphins are crazy smart.
Yeah, I mean, what's the smartest thing you've ever seen a dolphin do? Since they're so smart.
Pick some fat dude up.
That's strong.
I know, but they know to like pick them up by the nose and then like you go skate across.
No, I mean, that's sick. They can be trained.
Dolphins can like trick sharks into dying. They'll flip them upside down.
Monkeys, primates, gorillas, chimpanzees, and orangutans have opposable thumbs. But
That's
are there
it.
any? Well, it did confirm that.
Well, that was a pretty easy evolutionary. People who believe in evolution, they're like, oh, these guys have thumbs. I bet we were one of them.
These animals have hands. Lemurs, koalas, giant pandas, possums, opossums. Those are different.
No, just possum.
It has possums and opossums on the list.
Oh, possums? I think it's just how you say it.
Waxy monkey, leafy frog. Chameleons, apes, old world monkeys, new world monkeys. We're the new world of monkeys.
Hey!
Out with you, old world monkey.
All right, let's play one of the games. You want to play my game or your game?
Which one was your game?
We'll play mine first.
All right.
All right, so what we have here is a randomizer wheel. I'm going to go and I'm going to get my character, my hero, and then you're gonna go and get your hero. So the idea is it's either gonna be like, hopefully it's a close battle.
Yeah.
And we can like discuss.
All right.
But there's gonna be some situations where it's like, I body you.
Yeah.
And this mouse on this controller or on the television is always a pain. Okay, where's my mouse?
How are you gonna get to the TV?
It's already there.
Is the TV on the far left or on the far right of your screens?
It's right above.
Ah, is this yours?
Alright, yep.
Who you got?
Gamora. Yuck.
Yeah, that's cake.
Alright.
Give
This
me-
is John's. Spider-Man.
I mean, I just put you in a web, and
Yeah.
you're a goner.
Yeah.
I'll let you respin.
All right, so John's got Spider-Man. I got Scarlet Witch. Now I win.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, the game might be a bust.
I know. But I did some spins prior, and I was like, oh, that would be a good conversation.
All right, let's start
we're
it from
both
scratch.
good, we're
Yeah,
both
yeah, yeah. What you got?
good. Wait,
This is yours.
Thanos. Uh-oh, you need a big one.
That is a good one. Did you type these all in?
No, Black Cat. You're not winning.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
She sucks.
Give me another one.
All right, respin for John.
You can keep Thanos.
Captain Marvel. Now
That's easy.
I still win.
I win.
No.
She's OP.
Yeah, but she didn't do anything in the last Infinity War that would
Yeah,
make
but
you
that's
think
because
that...
she had a woman brain. Now I'm controlling her.
You know, the Asian girl at the end of this movie is like descendant of like where she got her powers from.
Well, I imagine that those kids are probably pretty special.
Yeah, but are they all that special?
They
Or they just picked the most special one? Like Rocket with Group
probably
89.
picked the most special of the specials.
Yeah.
The special.
But also, the girl's 8 freaking years old. Could we have given her some time to grow up before we put her into freaking Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, and like I don't know. Yeah, that is true.
But I think
Now we
Thanos
got like
wins.
2 young girls. Thor's daughter's in it.
Okay, are we talking Thanos without Infinity Stones or just raw Thanos?
Okay.
Like when he's got the sword at the end and he's OP, but it's not like he's got the stones yet. Because I don't think he deserves to have the stones.
no
against this fight.
stones.
So I might think
Captain Marvel wins. I mean, she never gets hurt.
she gets hurt.
She basically is like Mario when he gets the star. That's what she's like all the time.
Yeah, you know what? I might have to give it to you. I
Yeah.
think Captain Marvel could beat just plain old Thanos.
She's just a bad character. She's certainly OP. You think the movie that's coming out looks okay?
It looked okay.
It does not look okay. It looks bad. it looks bad like you
All
wouldn't
right, my turn.
believe.
Scarlet Witch again. Tough turn.
Scarlet Witch versus
Hawkeye. You go again. Oh, no. Iron Man.
oh
Iron Man still loses.
yeah, Scarlet Witch.
Present day, Scarlet Witch could body Thanos.
Even in that movie that sucked, that Doctor Strange movie, she had to kill herself, didn't
Yeah.
she? She had to like turn good. She turned good. Didn't she turn good for like a split second to like? I don't remember what happened in that movie.
I
Actually,
think, yeah, I don't even. That was a terrible movie.
terrible movie.
All right, so you got Spider Gwen. I got Spider Gwen. I'll take Spider Gwen.
What the hell's Spider Gwen? Gwen
It's
Stacy?
like- yeah, Gwen Stacy. So Spider Girl. Like a slightly less powerful Spider Man. Versus Iron Man. Oh, versus Black Widow. Spider Gwen wins.
Against Black Widow?
Yeah.
How?
She's got webs.
Black Widow kicks ass.
But I don't even know what, like, so Spider Gwen's got her own little powers. Because Miles Morales, I don't know what they did to that guy. He's got invisibility powers and he's got electric powers.
Yeah.
So who
Wow.
knows what? What the heck?
Wow.
That dude's hella OP.
Yeah.
Like Peter Parker's the OG, but Miles Morales is probably like
he
the
is
better of all.
invisible and electric webs?
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
OP.
Also, I saw this podcast today, or like a snippet of this podcast, and it was like this white dude, and he was like, "Yeah, the like black people keep taking all of like the ginger roles."
Yeah.
And then they started like naming them out. It was like MJ, Spider-Man, Zendaya now.
Yeah.
And then it was like Little Mermaid, Ariel, black now. And then it was like
Oh, wow, we're getting rid of gingers.
Wally West, redhead
Who's
in
that?
the comics. It's like one of the OP Flashes. He's like younger than Barry Allen, but he's
Yeah.
still OP. Black now.
Wow.
Because at least in like the DC show, if you're redhead in a movie,
Watch out.
it's tough.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, redhead.
You're getting gentrified.
R.I.P. All right, we done with this?
Yeah.
All right.
I think it was tough.
It was tough. I was hoping for some better spins, just some more.
What would be a good matchup?
Off of this, like, I think Thor Loki might go crazy.
Thor and Loki?
I think Thor obviously
That'd be
wins.
like me and you. And like obviously
Yeah,
Thor's
you're
gonna
Loki, I'm
beat
Thor.
You're like picture perfect Loki.
And only Gray says I kind of look like that dude, and I don't see it in the slightest.
I don't think you look like him
No,
either. But
but-
just like you guys got kind of similar characters about you.
And you think you're like Thor, bro?
mean-
You're like, if I had to put you in, you're like freaking, you're like Hawkeye,
What about him is like me?
pointless.
He has arrows. They all
Yeah,
have
that's the only
points.
point he has. The tip of his arrow. You son of a bitch.
Meanwhile, in real life, I'm saving people from Zamboni
Dark
accident.
Phoenix. So like
Yeah, I know who that is.
Dark Phoenix versus
Black Widow.
Black Widow. No, are you stupid?
What? Why did you have to get so mean?
I mean, sorry.
Loki.
Yeah. Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Dark Phoenix versus Scarlet
They're
Witch
like the
is a
same
good matchup.
character.
Yeah, they're super OP.
Oh, that's what I meant. Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, it's all the same. Those are,
So you were wrong.
well,
When I called you out, you were
you could've
actually wrong.
just told me what I did.
I didn't mean to call you stupid. Just what stupid is, what stupid does.
Well, you do a lot of stupid shit.
And that was stupid. All right, we're done with this. Movie?
Back to the movie. The falling action. The group hops aboard the high evolutionary ship. Kraglin and Cosmo arrive with Nowhere. Cosmo creates a telekinetic tunnel between Nowhere and the evolutionary ship for the evolutionary's new experiment of humanoid children to escape. Rocket goes to free the animal test subjects when the high evolutionary attacks him. The Guardians of the Galaxy team up to defeat the evolutionary. They then hop aboard Nowhere, where they all make it out.
You know, it all turned out okay for them. Mm-hmm. But I thought the most selfish thing that happened in this whole entire movie was Quill sending his whole entire country to the front lines just to shoot a hole in this ship.
What? Explain to me what happened again?
All right, so they do the like pulse thing, whatever it is, to like go from like one place to the other place really fast, like the
Yeah.
whole hexagon thing that they do.
Yeah.
So they send Nowhere through that whole thing, and they like pulse into the front lines.
Yeah.
Which behind this head is a civilization of people.
Yeah.
And then they shoot a hole in the what's that dude's name? High Evolutionary.
Yeah.
They shoot a hole in his ship, and that was the whole purpose of the people in Nowhere.
Yeah.
Like eventually they board the ship,
Uh-huh.
but like then 100 million disgusting animals,
Yeah.
just gross, start attacking the people inside of the building.
So
in Nowhere.
you're saying that
It was
Quill
very selfish.
douched Nowhere for him to survive?
For one person to survive.
Which
it was just
person?
to save Rocket.
Oh, yeah.
And then he used his...
They do that in movies a lot. Like, they always are like, we gotta save this guy no matter the cost. I don't care if it means we all die. And
Yeah, it's like,
why
come
don't
on.
you guys just let this guy die? And
Yeah, I don't
You
want to be
know?
the leader or anything, but also, like, guys,
yeah,
it's
like
one guy.
They take No Man Left Behind way too far.
Like, I think Rocket is the equivalent of one child.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, like, he throws this whole civilization of families and everybody just living their life, and he's...
Rocket is also an animal.
Yeah, true.
that in mind,
He's
you
a
know?
humanistic animal, but he's an animal.
He started off as a regular old raccoon.
Yeah.
You know?
And then he, like, so I'm sure there were casualties within Nowhere that
Yeah.
we just didn't get to see, but Finally, Kraglin steps up and can use his arrow. Thank goodness. I mean, that dude's been an idiot for...
Use your heart. Do you think that that guy, what's his name, Yandu?
Yeah.
Was that an old version of him, or he?
Oh, that was him. That was probably him, and I bet he got like 50 bands or more. Maybe like $100,000.
$100,000.
Yeah, just for that little
Use your heart,
Luke. Yeah, like that guy just freaking put Obi-Wan over there.
Also, where did this dog come from? We didn't talk about Cosmo.
Oh,
but
Cosmo
dog's funny.
pulled up in the Christmas thing with zero explanation.
He was just there.
Yeah, and
Nowhere?
it's a girl, I think.
Okay, nowhere. I think it's just like things where lost shit just shows up.
Yeah. I think it's like where the collector was, and the collector had a bunch of random shit.
Was he there?
Oh, he was probably inside of the collector's cages. Was released and then
The
became
collector
just
was
a
at
part
Nowhere?
of nowhere. Yeah,
Okay.
that's where they met the collector. That's where he gave them the Infinity Stone, and he does this. You remember when he gets the Infinity Stone and does that in the like first Guardians of the Galaxy
I
movie?
do not remember that.
He opens up the like orb. You remember the
Yeah.
orb there holding and he goes. We gotta put like a side by side because that shit was funny.
Is that like?
And he goes, Karina,
Is that like something
Karina.
that popped off on TikTok or something?
No, I just remember
You
that.
just remember him going.
It was like,
This that'll really happen.
yeah. And then he's super douche to the pink girl.
Well,
Karina.
in the first one, Nowhere looks huge, but now it's just like one little area. It feels like
Yeah, well they're
they only
more,
show that one little spot of the set.
well that's like City Hall.
Yeah,
And everybody is like way more family oriented inside of Nowhere now.
they're hanging out.
Yeah, they're just hanging
Taking
out.
it.
In the end, so one of the things I saw, I'm kind of glad we saw this a few days ahead.
Yeah.
Just to get other people's opinions on what happened. Drax dances in the end. And like in volume 1, he's like, there are those who dance and there are those who don't.
Yeah.
And like, you're one who dances.
Yeah.
Gamora is one who doesn't. I don't dance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then he dances in the end.
That's a
and
good
he becomes
point.
kind of like a fatherly figure. I kind of like
Yeah.
that whole situation.
But anyways, Cosmo's a good character. They got rid of Drax and they
Yeah, the
made-
whole like you're a good dog. That
Oh,
was
that
funny.
was funny.
Yeah.
That was
It's
funny.
like, come on, dude. You know I'm not a bad dog. And he's like, no, you're a bad dog. And then in the end, it's like, this is a good dog because it's got telekinesis and can talk. It's the best dog ever.
I was kind of surprised by where this.
Oh, we can do our dog.
Yeah. Speaking of
Okay.
dogs, let's do that. So
Okay.
this is the 4 horsemen of best dogs characters. Best dog characters.
Yeah.
All right. Heads or tails?
Heads.
It's heads.
Yep.
Dang.
Scooby Doo.
Damn it.
Number 1.
That's my
Scooby
number
Doo.
one. Can't even lie. Can't even lie. But you know what? I was torn between him and one other guy for 1 and 2.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with Snoopy from Charlie Brown.
Yikes.
Snoopy's a great dog. He's
I'm
a
going to go Air Bud.
good dog.
Led the team to a championship in every single sport.
I'm going to go Doug from Up. Talking dog.
Yeah. That's okay.
My
I'm gonna
God.
go-
Well,
I'm gonna
you
go
don't
number
even know
3.
anything about Air Bud.
Clifford.
Oh, who?
The Big Red.
Because he was big.
Yeah, that'd be the most beast dog of all time.
I'm going to go with Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I don't have him on my list. He is super beast, though. I don't even know if he's beast or if just the show is
The
beast.
show is Beast.
But also, like, I watched it as an adult, and I'm like, this shit's terrifying. How did I even watch
Oh,
this?
really? Still?
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, he always saved the day.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go with Jake the Dog, Adventure Time, best dog of all time. I just knew you wouldn't have him on your list.
Yeah, I still don't even know who the hell you're talking about. Is he
He's
a little
Beast.
yellow-looking dog?
Yeah, and he's got, like, stretchy ability to a point where he can just, like, turn himself into anything. He's super beast.
You are obsessed with people who stretch.
Yeah, I guess.
Short guy props.
Yeah.
And for my last one, I'm going to go with the Beast from Sandlot.
That's a beast dog.
He's a beast dog.
All right, I have Baxter from Anchorman.
Good one. I have
Yeah.
Marley, even though it was good, bad dog.
Yeah. I have Dog from Cat Dog.
Oh, good one.
Just the second
half a dog.
Yeah.
I put dire wolves, but it felt cheating, but those are kind of dogs.
Toto, Wizard of Oz.
Good one. Beethoven.
Good one. Beethoven.
Beethoven.
And then my last one is Frank the Pug, Men in Black.
Oh, good dog. I
Yeah.
forgot about him. My dog Skip. The only thing I remember about that movie, it's Malcolm in the Middle. He has a little Otis-looking dog. What are those called?
Oh, yeah.
Beagles.
I can kind of picture
And
it.
the only thing I can remember is when the dog's bothering him at his baseball game in the outfield, and he kicks it and tells it to go home. And you're like,
Go on, Skip!
oh my god.
Yeah, I kind of remember that now.
And then Hooch from Turner and Hooch.
Mm.
I don't even know if I've seen Turner and Hooch, but I just like the way he looks.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking
Doesn't.
dog.
I don't even remember it, but I'll disagree.
He looks like Big Mort.
Ah. But yeah, so, anyways.
I was surprised by this movie because going into it, I thought that like the gold people and Adam were gonna be a bad guy, like the bad guys.
I kind of felt like Adam Warlock would have a turnaround, which I called. But
I'm glad that they didn't do that because
Yeah.
he wouldn't have been a sweet bad guy, and this bad guy was pretty cool.
yeah.
I feel like he was creepy.
He was creepy. He was better than what we've seen from King the Conqueror so far.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I wish he would take some of his animosity that he has outside of the film and bring it to the film.
This guy was a good actor. He spooked you.
Oh, but off of that, so they're like, it's not a trap if you know it's coming. It's
Trap
a
is
face
a
off.
trap. Yeah,
and then they rip his face off in the very
Oh,
end
good
when
one.
they destroy him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good line too. It's
Yeah.
not a trap if you know the trap is a trap. It's face.
It's a face off.
But it was crazy that the guy, the evolutionary, he made the gold people.
Yeah.
That was news to me.
He's
He's-
pretty much a god.
Yeah, he's making all kinds of communities, and then he blows them up when he finds out. Nah,
Yeah,
he's
Chris
kinda
Pratt
soft.
was like, bro, you got octopuses selling drugs to kids. This isn't a sanctuary of society. And he's like, yeah, you're right. Presses a button, murders them
Starts
all. Good
blowing
job,
it
Chris
up.
Pratt.
Yeah.
So
Another funny part was when they're in that Orgo. What was it called? Orgo Corp. And that one guy is working with that other guy, and he's like,
oh, this guy's an idiot.
he just hated him.
He's like, this guy, I'm all right
This
with.
guy,
He's a good
alright.
worker.
This guy.
This guy.
Oh my god.
And he keeps bringing it up. He's
Yeah,
like, don't
he's
worry.
like,
I have one of those.
I'm gonna murder this guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
I
to
don't
jail
like-
for murder.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
uh,
And then the resolution. Quill decides it's time for him to head home to Earth, but not before bestowing the captaincy upon Rocket. Quill has a sweet goodbye to Gamora as she rejoins her Ravager family, and he goes to find his grandpa. Nebula and Drax stay on Nowhere to help raise the humanoid children. In the post-credits, we get our first look at the new Guardians, consisting of Rocket, a fully grown Groot, Cosmo, Kraglin, Adam, and Phyla, one of the rescued children, and Adam's pet Blurp.
blurb.
Quill enjoys a breakfast with his grandpa.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yep.
So that Groot is called King Groot. I don't know what it means, but he's like
He must be fully
OP.
grown.
Yeah.
Maybe-
But so that was one of the questions I had that kind of we like passed over. Just like the stretchy thing, how far do you think Groot, like, could he stretch himself, just make himself into a taller tree? I mean, he has roots, and he could just like
I think this is his comfort level.
it's his
and then-
comfort zone right there.
He's in his comfort zone right now.
Oh, that seems like a pain in the ass. I'd be like, Groot, can you please shrink down?
They were all chilling on
bit.
him. They were all like laying on him.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I was like, where the hell is Groot? And then he
You
was a
said
big
that.
rock.
And
Yeah,
he was giant.
yeah, but I'm saying like
I imagine
when we
King-
hop on the ship.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think he can shrink.
Really?
I don't.
And he's a pain in the
Have
ass
you
now.
ever
He's
seen
20
Groot
feet tall.
shrink?
No,
I mean, either.
not like purposefully.
He grows his parts way faster than he used to. He had a shell of a body.
Oh, and he had like the exoskeleton
Yeah,
part.
that was
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
But-
yeah, so in the end, when Groot says, I love you guys, it is confirmed that we just understood Groot for the first time.
Love
It wasn't,
that.
we are Groot,
Yeah.
like I am Groot, like we are Groot. Like when he
Uh-huh.
said that, he just was like,
Wait, he said we are Groot.
he was stretching his vocabulary.
Yeah.
But here it was, I am Groot, but we heard it as I love you guys, which is
That's
the
great.
only way that would be cool. If
Yeah.
like he said I love you guys and actually said I love you guys, I would have been like,
It kind of reminds me of Peter Pan and Wendy when Tinkerbell says something at the end. She finally hears her.
hearing me.
But this one was cool.
Yeah. Ugh. That movie sucked ass.
Yeah, this movie was great. It was a good 8.7.
Yeah, you're a dick. All right, well, I'll finish it off on a hot take.
All right.
And I hope other people have this hot take. But if not, it's just something from my childhood that I had to like. I don't. It's not like a whole thing. It just happened. Like, it's happened.
Do you need to talk to someone?
No, but I need to talk to the people that run movies. So, anyways, movie theaters have in your bathroom you have a bunch of urinals, and behind it you have white and black tiles.
Yeah.
And they're reflective. And sometimes you're in a line and you're standing waiting for the line, and then you're looking at this dude in front of you. You see a tile, and then it banks off, reflective, and you see this dude's freaking wiener.
I have never had this problem before.
Bro, well, then keep your eyes up, which is what I had to learn. Because now I'm like,
the movies aren't even packed enough to be seeing dudes' weens.
I know, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I'm just like, now I'm like
back
scared.
in the day.
You like packed movie theater. I'm waiting, 8-year-old kid waiting for a guy in line, and then I'm like sitting there and I'm waiting, and then it's like, and then you see ween. So now I'm like blocking myself off, like trying because I know some like I'm about to traumatize some 8-year-old kid behind me, bro. Oh my gosh! Don't like. Now you're going to realize, and you're going to end up seeing ween. But I hope that's not just a me thing, because, like,
you think other
it
people
was
are
traumatizing.
seeing ween reflections?
Yeah.
I sure hope so.
I mean, yeah, for my kid. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if it's the white tile or the black tile, but one of those tiles.
Black is reflective.
Yeah. Ween.
Yeah, ween tiles.
Oh, my gosh. It's traumatizing.
You might as well just put weens on the tiles.
Yeah. In that situation, when there's already weens there.
I saw someone talking about splitting the bill and how that should be done and stuff. Splitting the bill is so stupid. Why would you ever split the bill? Y'all order different stuff. Why would it be like, I ordered 3 drinks, you ordered an app, I got the steak, you got a salad. Let's split the bill.
Oh, so are you talking like a business setting or like a first date setting?
Any setting.
Any setting.
Splitting the bill is stupid.
What do you think about like who should pay first on a first date?
Oh, the guy.
Yeah,
Taylor
that's fair. First
hardly
date.
picked out her wallet when we were dating. I was like, "Hey, you gonna step up some?"
Yeah, I was like, yo, yo, this is getting
I
excessive.
just would pay for dates.
And now you married her, and she's doing the same damn thing.
Yeah. But
I feel like I had something off of that, but
But I just think that there's never a scenario when you would need to split the bill. What's so easy about splitting it rather than just? Why can't you just put them separate?
it would piss me off. Oh, I just got it back. I don't like. Here's another hot take. I don't like when somebody's like, "Don't worry, man, I gotcha," and they pay for your bill.
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Oh, I don't want to get this because they're paying for me." Like if I was on my own, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a T-bone steak and
Another
64
beer.
ounces of beer."
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that because now this guy's paying for me. So
Been
now I
there.
have to eat like a freaking rabbit.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Get whatever you want," and in the back of my head, I'm like,
I can't get whatever I want.
"Yeah." I'm like, "Dude, just
Yeah.
let me pay my way.
Yeah.
Stop annoying me. Don't try and pay for my food."
Yeah.
Like even like
Everyone just
DRB's
needs to
like,
pay for their own stuff.
yeah.
What does DRB do?
DRB's like, "Hey, don't worry, guys. Like, it's on DRB." And like the first time, I was like,
when a company says that,
I'll get like a chicken sandwich, and then I was like, "Yo, I'll get a 24-ounce ribeye." Like the last time I went out to lunch on DRB's check, I was like, "Yo,
they don't care.
you owe me."
They're writing it off.
Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever.
All right.
But I just always am like, why would you split a bill? We all spent so much.
Oh, and then you
money.
start doing the math, and it's like Jeremy spent $32, and I only had a side
Why am I
salad.
paying
I had
for
the
that guy's liquor drinks when we were drinking dollar beers?
It'd be the biggest dick move if Jeremy, we're calling it Jeremy, the guy who got the T-bone steak and the 3 beers, was like, let's just split the bill.
Yeah.
Like, if he was the one that initiated it, I would be like, you can go F yourself, dude.
We'll split the rest of the bill.
Yeah, you're on your own.
Your
You're $65 deep.
Fatso.
Yeah.
You got dessert.
Also, people that don't pay 20% tip, unless it's just
Piece of
egregious. There's been times where I've been so mad at the waitress that I gave her 15%.
That was the maddest you ever gotten?
Pretty much.
I've gotten like 10% mad.
Maybe I've gotten like $2 mad.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten
Like just
mad.
been like, you know what? You don't deserve shit.
Remember
And
that
I would
time
have
we were at
given you
Taco
20%.
Mac and we couldn't find our waitress and she was outside smoking.
Oh man, I
And we
mean,
could see her.
yeah.
Like,
Through the window, and you're just
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I hate you now.
Yeah, you are done.
And you reek. My
That Taco
queso
Mac-
smells of cigarettes.
Yeah, that Taco Mac in Midtown Atlanta, the manager
Just-
needs to be fired.
The Taco Mac in Midtown Atlanta, one time I went there with my buddy. We're sitting at a bar stool. All of a sudden, this is Midtown Atlanta. All of a sudden, a homeless dude comes out, and he's strung out on ketamine or something. Because he's going up to each table, literally in the faces of customers. And he's going, and then he's going to the next table, and he's going, and then, like, this guy's bringing us queso.
What is everyone doing? They're
Acting like they don't even see him.
Oh, my God.
And he's a ghost.
Did he do it to you?
Yeah. And then this guy just brings us queso, like, ignores him completely. And I'm
Yeah.
like, push him out the freaking door.
Yeah.
So eventually he gets close enough to the door that they're like, and they close it behind him. We get our checks. We check out. We start walking back. This dude follows us back to like the condo in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And like my buddy is like kind of like almost like instigating it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, dude, you can walk with us. I'm like, no.
Who?
Colin.
Oh, classic.
So he's like, yeah, you can walk with us, whatever. And I'm like, what the hell? And then like this dude's just rambling nonsense. He's like,
Yeah.
Bo Jackson, best football player I've ever seen. Hey, you got any money? Ha, ha. And then like he like sees like some strangers down the road because like at some point he realizes we don't have anything for him.
Yeah.
And just takes off. And I'm like, dude, thank God we were about 300 feet away from this dude knowing where I live.
Yeah.
But I mean, Atlanta's a wild place. I'm glad we got out of
Yeah,
there.
and that was years ago since I went to Midtown.
I bet it's
Taco Mac.
worse.
But that place was so bad, and I would tweet at them.
Really?
Yeah.
That type of mad.
Oh my god, it was so bad. I think I had DMs where I was like, "You guys got to fire your manager.
You guys gotta figure
You have
this
the
shit
best
out.
Taco Mac, like
You
location
got the best location for
in a
sure.
great store, and it just absolutely sucked.
Even though they have like a Hudson's Grill like right across.
a
and that's,
lot
like,
of
a more-
Taco Macs sucked.
Yeah. A lot of food. Like if you're like, I don't like when people get mad at me when they're in a restaurant.
Yeah.
If I get attitude from people, like even like in a fast food aisle, you can tell really quick if somebody just doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, don't make your problems my problem.
Yeah.
Because being in a restaurant, working fast food is not that tough. And everybody's like, oh, well, being a server is the toughest job you ever have to do. You have to deal with customers and yada. I've been a server.
Yeah.
It is not the toughest job you have to do.
Yeah.
You're getting paid appropriately. I
Exactly.
mean, I'm sorry,
I
but
hate
you
when
are.
they complain about what
Oh,
they do.
especially women. I mean, like an attractive girl, and she's making like $120
Oh, yeah, she's
in
pissed 'cause
tips.
she didn't pull in like $200.
Yeah, and I'm like, I made $62, and I got shit for tips.
Yeah, girls get a lot of tips.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, I didn't do very good. I
Because
got
there's guys who are definitely going to tip girls better than they tip dudes.
Yeah,
I don't
duh.
care what you look like, who you are, as long as you did.
That was the most attractive dude I've ever seen. I'm gonna give him 30%.
Yeah,
Doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen.
No.
That does happen to chicks.
Yeah.
I just found this.
Here you go, sweetheart. Here's
I
$100.
knew I DM'd them. And my Taco Mac DMs from June 2nd, 2017. I don't know what this is going to say. Hello. I have now gone to my local Midtown Atlanta Taco Mac 3 times straight that the service has been astoundingly terrible. It hasn't always been bad, but it has been for at least a month and a half now. I'm a big Taco Mac guy. Got my acceptance to the Bruniversity as soon as I turned 21. But I will never go to this location ever again. It takes like 10 minutes before you are even greeted. Maybe get one refill tops the entire time you are there. And when you are looking for your server, they are either outside taking a smoke break or sitting down watching TV. It wasn't even very busy during any of these trips. I am not one to complain
I am.
about service, but I think you should get someone over there to check it out. I would be amazed if you did not have a similar experience. Midtown Atlanta is giving Taco Mac a bad name. Thank you for reaching out.
Wow. Thank you for reaching out. That's how you ended that?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, no, you know
Reaching
what?
out to.
I think that I tweeted them first.
Oh.
It was like, I had a horrendous experience.
And they were like, hey, bud,
What happened? And so then they were like, reach into our DMs.
reach into them. See what you find.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for me. You good?
I am good.
That's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, rated at 9.0. I think it's a little bit low, but we're going to be okay with
It's
that.
a little bit high, but there you go.
All right, well, that's the qualms we have. Well, until next time, people.
Adios.